Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my January favorites. I have hair care, skincare, and makeup, and then I always like to include my favorite book of the month at the end as well. So I'm going to start off with skincare. I feel like I've had pretty good luck with my skincare recently. I've found products that I feel like actually work with my skin and have been helping my skin. So the first product I wanted to mention is from Tower 28. This is their Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Love this. This is basically almost empty. I definitely will be repurchasing this one. It's essentially an antibacterial spray, so it's great to use after you work out to help with any sweat, bacteria getting into your pores, and it's just really helpful for acne in general. I have acne prone skin and I feel like my skin has cleared up so much since using this. It also just feels really refreshing to apply. I love a mist, especially after cleansing my face, but I feel like this has honestly helped so much with my acne. I will say if you have more combo leaning dry skin, I would definitely pair this with a hydrating mist. So I always go in with this one first after cleansing my face, just to kind of help further cleanse the face and remove any of the leftover bacteria and stuff on my face. But then I always go in with a hydrating mist next because I do have more combination skin. And I did find I used this product I feel like when it first came out, and I found it to dry out my skin, and it definitely works a lot better when I do go in with a hydrating mist after using this. I feel like it kind of helps balance it out or something. So yeah, if you do have more combo leaning dry, I would recommend doing that. If you have oily skin, you have acne prone skin, I feel like this is a really beautiful product to add into your skincare routine. Then next, a sunscreen I wanted to mention. This is from Glow Recipe, the Watermelon Glow Dewy Defense Hydrating Fluid. I am obsessed with this product. I think this is my new favorite sunscreen. Has such a beautiful texture. It's lightweight, it absorbs into the skin, it doesn't leave a white cast, leaves the most beautiful dewy look to the skin, and it's the perfect base for under makeup because it just adds that little bit of glowiness. I almost feel like it works as a glowy primer, and I find that throughout the day my skin doesn't get as dry in certain areas as it used to. I feel like this helps to keep it kind of hydrated throughout the day, and I see the glowiness kind of start to come through throughout the day. So such a beautiful product, beautiful under makeup, beautiful without makeup. Like I said, it doesn't have a white cast or anything. Has a really yummy scent as well. It is all natural fragrance. I believe it's watermelon extract, which is the scent in this. I don't usually like using fragrance on my skin, but because it is more natural, I don't mind, and I don't find it to irritate my skin either. It also has niacinamide in it, and it's actually meant to be really good for acne prone skin. So this is another product that I feel like has really been benefiting my acne prone skin. So I feel like this has just been a beautiful product to add into my routine. I love it. Can't say enough good things about it, but I mostly just love how it works under makeup. It's such a beautiful skin prep product. Then I have just two moisturizers here. So the first one is Astura, their Active Barrier Cream. I can't remember if I mentioned this one. I can't remember when I did my last favorites video. I feel like it was a few months ago, so it might have been before I used this one or maybe around the same time, but I did want to mention it again because this is my second bottle of it. I am obsessed with this cream. Such a beautiful nighttime moisturizer. If you have dry cream, it would be perfect for day and night. For me, with combo skin, I like it as my nighttime cream. I like to go in with something a little bit lighter in the daytime, but in the nighttime, I love a thick, rich, hydrating cream, and this is perfect for that. I'm always on the lookout for products that are supposed to help the skin barrier, as I feel like my skin barrier gets very easily damaged. So this is the perfect product for that. A very simple, basic moisturizer, but it feels so nice. It feels so hydrating. This is definitely going to be a staple in my routine for, I feel like, a very long time. And then the other moisturizer is from, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but I think it's it's meant to be French, so I don't know if it's not sure, but this is the Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial moisturizer. Love this one as well. Such a thick, inclusive, hydrating moisturizer. I feel like it's very similar texture to my Active Barrier cream, but just feels so nice and hydrating. Again, I love going in with this one in the nighttime. It also has barrier repair ingredients in it as well. So such a beautiful moisturizer. I actually just picked up their gel moisturizer. It has more of a watery gel sort of texture, which I love for my daytime cream. So I'll definitely be trying that one out, and we'll let you guys know what I think of that. Now for some makeup. So I did try out quite a few makeup products this month and had some really good luck with some makeup finds. So the first one I'm going to mention is from Benefit, their Professional Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation. I'm so glad I finally decided to try it. I have it in the shade 4N. Definitely a little bit too pink for me, but using it with my other products, I've been able to get it to work and match my skin tone. But I love this. This is such a beautiful foundation. It blurs the skin, it smooths the skin, it does everything that it claims to do. It's also not super mattifying, which I like as well. It's not super dry or thick, heavy mattifying on the skin. It still feels very lightweight and almost like a natural finish on the skin, I would say. I think it's definitely leaning more to like a natural dewy finish, especially when I do go in with my Glow Recipe sunscreen underneath this. But I think this product by itself is definitely more of a natural finish, so it doesn't feel super heavy, super thick, but has really nice coverage. I would say it's a medium to full coverage, definitely a buildable coverage, but it's just such a beautiful foundation. If you've not tried this, I highly recommend. I don't usually use a foundation for my day-to-day. I like going in with a skin tint and concealer, but I've really been enjoying going in with this one since I tried it because it does still feel super lightweight, but it does give me that little bit more coverage. So yeah, obsessed. Highly recommend trying this. And then another complexion product, this is from Tower 28, just their serum concealer. I have it in the shade BH. Love this. If you have not tried this concealer, highly recommend. I now understand why everyone raves about it. I just never used it for the longest time because I don't usually like hydrating serum concealers. They just don't usually work for me. They usually crease, but this is the most beautiful serum concealer I've ever used. I feel like it doesn't have as light a texture as what a lot of serum hydrating concealers do. Definitely has a bit of a thicker texture, but it's still not drying or too thick under the eyes. So I feel like it has great coverage without being like super mattifying or like too heavy under the eyes, and it just sets down so beautifully. I use it like under the eyes but all over the face as well, and I feel like it just adds to the smoothness of my skin. Like it just is such a beautiful product. I'm so glad I finally decided to try it. Definitely is going to be a new staple in my makeup kit. Honestly, I've been using this more than my Tarte Shape Tape recently, which is saying something because that is my all-time favorite concealer. And then another product, this is from Makeup Forever, their HD Skin Perfecting Pressed Powder. My new favorite powder. Obsessed with this. I am wearing this one today. I wanted to try this out. I've been wearing this mostly with the Tower 28 and the Benefit foundation. I wanted to try it out with my other go-to products that I wear. So today I'm wearing it with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and it works just as good on top of that. So beautiful. This smooths the skin. It blurs the skin. It sets your makeup, sets under the eyes, keeps everything in place all day. And I also find this really easy to touch up with as well. Sometimes with powders, I find that they look nice at first, but then during the day when I'm trying to touch up, it ends up making them look like too powdery and like patchy almost. This one retouches really nicely, so I can kind of reset the face throughout the day. It still gives that smooth, blurred look to the skin. Obsessed with this. I have it in the shade 1.1 light, and I believe this is the lightest shade, and I feel like it works really nicely for brightening under the eyes as well. Has a little bit of coverage too, so just honestly everything I like in a powder. Then I have here from House Labs, this is their Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm. I have it in the shade Sculpt. Love this. I don't usually reach for contour products. I like bronzer more. I usually just bronze the face, but I've been going in with this one every day since I tried it. I love it. It's such a beautiful contour shade. It's not too cool. I would say it's definitely more of a neutral tone, so it doesn't look gray actually on the skin if you have a warmer undertone or even like a deeper skin tone. Highly recommend trying these because I feel like the shades are very more leaning neutral, which I think works with more skin tones, to be honest, especially for contours. I find that they can sometimes be a little bit too cool. So this is like the perfect contour shade. It just like sculpts the face so nicely. I mostly use it like on my cheekbones here, a little bit on the neck and in the nose as well, but I just feel like it sculpts the face so nicely. It also is super creamy as well. It blends beautifully. It's not patchy, just blends right into the skin and adds the nicest like sculpt look. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this. And then I have a product from Sephora collection. This is one of their eyeshadows, the individual eyeshadows in the shade Twinkle Twinkle. I love this. I've been using this for my everyday like sparkle on my eyelids. I love going in with a bit of sparkle on my eyelids for my everyday look, and this is perfect for that. I usually use a sparkly shade from a Morphe palette, and it's kind of annoying to have to carry a whole palette around when I just use one shade from it. So I feel like this is kind of replaced that. This is going to be obviously easier for travel and looks just as nice. I love this just as much as my Morphe shade that I was using anyways. And then the last makeup product I have is from Patrick Ta. I guess this is kind of skincare, but I use it as makeup, so I always include my lip balms in my makeup category. This is their For Lips, what's it called? Major Moisture Smoothing Lip Balm. I have it in the shade Cocoa Butter. I am obsessed with this. Honestly feel like I love this just as much as my Jelly Bean from Rhode. That's like my all-time favorite lip balm. I was using that one non-stop, and I feel like I love this one on the same level as my Rhode lip balm. It feels so hydrating, so buttery smooth. I love how it looks on the lips. I love this. I love the scent. Like, it's the best scent out of the whole line, I think. But the shade I love as well. It just adds a really nice like milkiness to the lips. It obviously doesn't have much pigment to it, but on top of just my lip liner that I wear every single day, I feel like it just adds this really really nice, glowy, like milkiness to the lips. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. It's just such a beautiful product. Like I said, it's hydrating. It feels so smooth, so comfortable to wear, and I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm really glad I picked it up. I wasn't going to because I really don't need any new lip balms, but I am really glad I picked it up because it's definitely become one of my favorite lip balms. Then I have a few hair products. The first one I have here is a wet brush. This is their Wet Brush Pro. I used to use this brush like years ago, and I don't know why I ever like got rid of it and like stopped using it. I kind of went to using their like normal wet brushes, but the Wet Brush Pro, I love it. Actually has the 2 different types of bristles, so it's really good for detangling the hair without pulling or breaking the hair. And honestly, I forgot how good this brush was. I don't know why I ever got rid of it, but I did just pick up a new one recently because I've kind of been dealing with some breakage and stuff in my hair, so I've been trying to get things that are going to help with that, help to strengthen my hair and not add to the breakage on my hair. And I feel like this has been perfect. It just, like I said, it helps to detangle the hair without pulling the hair. My hair gets very tangled. I get a lot of knots and stuff, and this is just perfect for brushing those knots out, detangling my hair without adding any more breakage. It also just feels really nice to brush as well. I feel like this brush is just a very smooth brush that like it feels nice when you're brushing hair as well, and it really helps to like smooth the hair. Yeah, it's just a really nice brush, so I highly recommend the Wet Brush Pro. Is the one that comes with the 2 different types of bristles. I've used like a lot of their other brushes, but they all just come with the 1 types of bristles, so they're not my favorite, but the Wet Brush Pro I highly recommend. And then I have a heat protector from Living Proof. This is their Perfect Hair Day Heat Styling Spray. I was looking for a dry heat protector. I usually use more like a wet leave-in conditioner type heat protector, but I was wanting one that I could just spray on dry hair and also use when I like straighten my hair as well, and that doesn't make the hair feel wet or leave any residue in the hair. This is perfect. I feel like you can use this as like a finishing spray after you style your hair too. Doesn't hold the hair at all because it doesn't leave any like crunch or residue or anything like that, so it definitely doesn't hold a style, but for adding smoothness to the hair, this is perfect for that. I feel like my hair definitely looks smoother after going in with this, and then obviously it is a heat protector as well. So what I like about this is because it is a dry heat protector, I can go in with as much as I feel like I need, and it doesn't leave any residue on the hair, so I can easily just go in and style it straight away. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. It has heat protection for up to 450 or 230 degrees Celsius, which is perfect. I feel like no hair tools really go past that, so yeah, it does protect at the highest heat, and I've really been enjoying it. And then the last hair product I have is from OGX. This is their Bond Protein Repair Spray, I guess. Yeah, so this is also a heat protector. This does have 230 degrees Celsius heat protectant as well, but it also is a leave-in conditioner. I have been absolutely loving this. Abby Young, I think this is part of her, like the Abby Young method kit that she sells from OGX. I think this is in there, but I did just buy it individually from Amazon, and I'm obsessed with this. Firstly, I love the spray. Like it has this, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I can't even really show it on camera either, but it has such a wide spray that a lot of the time with products, I feel like I have to really go on every individual sort of like chunk of hair for it to reach every strand. But with this, it has such a wide spray that I just kind of go in like this, and it's already covered like that whole half of my hair. So I love the spray on this. It's also just so like misty, like such a fine mist. Like, I don't know, it's such a cool mist, and I love like the little presser, I don't know what you call this, but I love this as well. It's just really easy to use, and if you press it, it kind of holds it down for a second so that you don't need to like hold it the whole time you're spraying it. I don't know, really cool design. I love the spray for this. Also has a little lock on the top as well for when you're not using it, but I also love how this feels on the hair. It's so lightweight. I often find a lot of leave-in conditioners too heavy for my hair. They leave a residue. They're just too much in the hair, but this is a beautiful leave-in conditioner if you have more medium to fine hair. Doesn't leave any sort of residue, helps to obviously detangle the hair. Like going in with this and then this brush is the perfect duo for like avoiding any breakage on the hair, because this helps detangle the hair. It helps with frizz, it helps smooth the hair, and then obviously it has heat protector in it as well. So yeah, definitely want to try some more products from this line. They have like a whole red line which is meant to be for bond repair, so I definitely want to try out more products from the line. But yeah, this one I've been loving. And then lastly, I want to talk about a book that I loved. I did finish reading this one more at the start of January, but this is a holiday book. I read read a few holiday books this past holiday season. This one is called A Merry Little Lie by Sarah Morgan. I love this book so much. You can add this to your TBR for next Christmas because it's definitely a more like festive sort of book, but I love this. I hadn't really heard anyone speak about it before I picked this up. It was on sale when it went into Indigo, so that was why I decided to pick it up, and it's also pink and looks cute. So yeah, it was just calling to me when I was in the store, but I honestly hadn't heard anything about the story. So I wasn't really expecting much from it, but I loved this book. I loved the writing. I love how relatable this book was. She writes from the perspective of multiple characters and kind of flips back and forth between the characters. And I love that. I don't know, because you get to see every sort of scenario from a different character's point of view, which I really enjoyed. And it's also just really relatable. The characters are going through very relatable struggles, relatable things, and it was such an easy read, a relatable, like feel good sort of story. So I really enjoyed this. I highly recommend adding this to your list next year. I'll read the back for you just so you can kind of hear what it is about. This Christmas, the Balfour family will have more secrets to unwrap than presents. Becky is stranded at the airport, so when she bumps into her brother's best friend Will and he suggests they drive home together, Becky reluctantly agrees. For the first time, Becky is dreading Christmas and only Will knows why. Can she trust him to keep her secret? Her twin sister Rosie married Declan after a whirlwind romance, and now the cracks are starting to appear. Rosie and Declan have agreed to hide their problems from their family, but Rosie's insecurities are growing. Will this Christmas bring them closer or drive them apart? Haley can't wait for her first Balfour family Christmas with Jamie. The Balfour Christmas traditions sound wonderful, but she's worried about her place in this close-knit family. Will there be room for her too, and how will they react to the secret she and Jamie have been keeping? Despite everyone's best intentions, all the chaos and confusion could derail their normally happy holidays. Can they tell each other the truth in time to enjoy a perfect family Christmas? So you see it from the 3 points of view. So from Becky, and then her twin sister Rosie, and then from Haley, and then you also see it from their mother's point of view as well. So I really like the back and forth between all the different characters and seeing things from their points of view. And yeah, just a really feel good, nice read. I highly recommend reading this next holidays. Okay guys, those are all my January favorites. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear what some of your January favorites were, whether it's beauty, lifestyle, anything, whatever you've been loving the past month. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. But as always, thank you so much for being here and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!